Okay, guys. All right. Good afternoon, folks, and happy St. Patrick's Day to all. I'm Chris Souther, and welcome you to a wonderful day of baseball between the Cape Henry Dolphins and the Grizzlies from Grassfield High School. Sarah Lewis is on tech today, and R.J. Weldon is on camera. I want to welcome you to the first baseball game of the season here at Cape Henry Collegiate. The Dolphins are currently 1-0 and playing their first home game since winning the Virginia State title last year. The Grizzlies entered today's game with a record of 0-0. This is their first game of the season. Right now, you're seeing from the mound Coach Hummel of the Cape Henry Dolphins. And I believe he's going to throw out the first pitch. On the field with Coach Hummel is Athletic Director Jeannie Short. Weather-wise today, we have a windy March day. A little bit of raindrops in the forecast right now. The temps are hovering in the low 70s. The field's in great shape. Outfield's got a little bit of dead grass, but it has not been too sunny or rainy here in Virginia Beach this past winter. And here's Coach Hummel, and he lets one fly right down the middle for a strike. So good start to the season. Want to thank the athletic department and the field crew from Cape Henry Collegiate for getting everything looking spiffy here at Virginia Beach, the Cape Henry Collegiate campus. So let's get started with the visiting Grizzlies starting lineup. The Grizzlies are coached by Mr. Gary Spedden. Brett Lieberman, Lee Banks, and Andrew Bullock are the assistant coaches. For the Grizzlies today, number 2, batting first, is Maddox Sutsui, playing shortstop. Batting second, number 5, Quinn Canning. He will be playing second base. Batting third, number 10, Jacob Bunch, catching. Batting fourth, number 4, Ryan Heft, third base. Batting fifth, number 11, Jacob Henry. He'll be at first base today. Batting sixth, number 1, Matthew Sabali. He'll be in center field. Batting seventh, number 33, Josh Long, the DH. Batting eighth, number 6, Brenton Fentress. He's in right field. And batting ninth today, number 12, Pudgy Snow, in left field. Let's hope Mr. Snow gets quite a few chances, because we're just going to love saying Pudgy Snow. And pitching for the Grizzlies today is number 3, Bradley Zayak. Defensively for the Dolphins, we've got Colin Label on the mound, the right-hander, pitching his first game of the season. Dolphins head coach is Tim Hummel. Assistant coaches William Chadwick, Chris Datalo, and Ian Morrison. Defensively for the Dolphins, Nate Jensen, number 34, is in right field. Yoon Chi is the second baseman. Parker White is at first base. Cooper Angley is catching. Tanner Schladel is at short. Jack Wickham, number 10, is at third. Number 4, Andrew Hart, is in center field. Number 11, Garrison White, is in left field. Number 20, Trajan Taylor, is DHing. So the Dolphins, the 2021 state champions, I guess that would be 2021. We're already in 23. We go by the school year. So here we go to a new campaign for Cape Henry and the baseball team. Lost a couple of seniors from last year, starters. But this is a good, solid team consisting of all juniors and seniors, except for today the pitcher, who's a sophomore, Colin, and the DH is also a sophomore, Trajan Taylor. So here we go. Welcome to the new baseball season. And Colin starts off with throwing a Strike down the middle, and that's going to be foul ball out of play. 1 ball, no strikes. Excuse me, 1 strike, no balls. Foul balls are still strikes. The batter is Maddox Satsui. He lines a shot to right field, and that's going to be a foul ball. Right fielder Nate Jensen gave a chase, but the ball was just off the foul line. And so that'll make it 2 strikes and no balls for Maddox Satsui. And the pitch. Oh, beautiful. Right down the plate for a called strike 3. So Satsui strikes out looking for the first out of the game. Batting now is Quinn Canning, the second baseman, number 5 for the Grizzlies. He fouls one back for strike 1. Lines a shot up the middle, but Andrew Hart, the quick, speedy number 4 center fielder for the Dolphins, is there, and that's out number 2. That brings the number 3 hitter, Jacob Bunch, to the plate. He's the catcher for the Grizzlies. And he grounds a sharp ground ball to the second baseman, Yoon Chi, who throws it over to the first baseman, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. So the sophomore, Colin, pitching for the Cape Henry Dolphins, does not throw a ball in that whole inning. All strikes, 3 up, 3 down. 1 strikeout, fly out to center, and a 4-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So good piece of work by the sophomore pitcher there. So now we've got the Grizzlies taking the field with the Dolphins coming to bat. The Dolphins will send up Nate Jensen, number 34, to hit first. He's the right fielder. Number 3, Yoon Che, is the second baseman. He'll hit second. Number 12, Parker White, 3rd batter of the inning. He's the first baseman. Batting 4th, number 14, Cooper Angley, the catcher. Batting 5th, number 1, Tanner Schladel, the shortstop. Batting 6th will be number 10, Jack Wickham, the 3rd baseman. Batting 7th, number 4, Andrew Hart, center field. Batting 8th, number 11, Garrison White, left fielder. And batting 9th, number 20, Trajan Taylor, and he's the DH today. Dolphins rated number 1 in the 757 area. And Grassfield is right up there, number 2, I believe, or maybe 3. So these are 2 very good programs starting off early in the season, facing each other. We'll see how the outcome develops. Bradley Zayak pitching for the Grizzlies. He's got some electric pink spikes out there, so it'll be easy to tell when he's involved in the play. As I said, a bit of an overcast, windy day. Rain seems to have abated. This should be the last pitch for the Grizzlies, and we'll get started with the bottom half of the first inning. And the Cape Henry Dolphins will come to bat to begin their first home game of the season. here in Cape Henry Collegiate. Where'd Victor go? All right, so here we go. Bottom of the first inning. Nate Jensen standing in for the Cape Henry Dolphins. Umpire calls let's play, and here's the first pitch from Zayak. And it's in there for a strike. Fastball right down the middle. Jensen fouls one off the back for strike 2. The way the Cape Henry field sits, typically this would be if it was sunny out, the sun would be right in the batter's eyes, making it an advantage for the pitcher. But we have an overcast day, so that's not a problem today. And there's a ball down the middle that Jensen fouls off again. So we've got an 0-2 count, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 3 foul balls. Foul again. So Nate has seen 5 pitches now. Zayak looking for that pitch to get him out with. Sends him a curveball, and Jensen will immediately lines it into right field, and it goes past the right fielder, and Jensen's going to dig for 2, and he's in there standing up, sort of. And so there's a base hit for Jensen. He'll go to second base on the error by the right fielder. And so the Dolphins, with their first man, is in already scoring position, and that'll bring up Yoon Che. The second baseman and senior. And Yoon goes to bunt, and he does, but he's not there. They throw down to second base. Jensen gets back in time, so Yoon offered, couldn't connect, and that's strike 1. No bunt this time, and the ball's low, and that's the first ball of the game, believe it or not. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zayak is in the stretch. And Che goes to bunt again this time, and this time he misses badly for the second strike. So he's got 2 strikes and a ball on him. Pretty much takes the bunt out of play now. Jensen standing at second, looking to get over to third somehow. We'll see if Yoon can put the ball in play. Fouls one back. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lines 1 foul again. So batter's not getting cheated today. Victor, can you go online on your phone and just listen, see how everything's coming out? Here's the pitch, low and in the dirt, and Jensen's going to go to third base anyway on a wild pitch by Zayak. So Jensen now has singled, reached second on the error by the right fielder, and gone to third on a wild pitch. So runner at third, no outs. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Yoon. And we'll see if he can get a run in. And he does not. He strikes out on a nice pitch. So that's one out with a swinging strike by Yoon, and that'll bring up Parker White, the first baseman, left-handed hitter. He's got the most power, I'd say, on the Dolphins team. He's already homered in the first game. Left-handed junior. Had a great campaign his sophomore year last year. And he looks outside, ball one. So Jensen standing at third with one out. A long fly ball will get him home. Anything out of the infield basically should get Jensen home. So we'll see if Parker can get the ball out of the infield. And he scoots the ball between the third and shortstop hole, and that's for a base hit and a run scored. So nice piece of hitting by the lefty, Parker White, with a base hit in between the hole of short and third, and that is the first run of the game and an RBI for White. Static. All right, so we've got a man on first, 2 balls, no strikes. The hitter is Cooper Angley, this number 4 hitter, number 14, the catcher. He takes ball 3 inside. So Cooper's got a 3-0 count, the senior catcher, instrumental in last year's state championship run, solid behind the plate. Parker White taking a decent lead off first base, and Angley takes ball 4. So 4 straight pitches gets Angley a walk. That moves Parker White to second, so one out, man on first and second. Dolphins lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Bradley Zayak, the pitcher for the Grizzlies, has thrown quite a lot of pitches already this first half of the inning. Batting now, Tanner Schladel, the shortstop, the 5-hitter, number 1, Tanner Schladel. Tanner got the state championship winning hit last year. Driving in, I believe it was Andrew Hart from third base to win the state championship game. He's now batting with man on first, man on second, and he takes a strike for a 1-1 count. Nice pitch by Zayak, off speed on the outside corner. Angley at first, White at second. 1 out, 1-1 count, 1-0 Dolphins in the bottom of the first. And he lines the ball into the center field, and it's going to drop for a hit. So Tanner gets a nice little, almost a Texas leaguer there, to drop in front of the center fielder for his first hit of the game. And so the Dolphins got the bases loaded with 1 out, and Jack Wickham, the senior third baseman, comes to bat. So already developing into a pretty big inning for the Dolphins if they could get a nice hit here. Wind blowing in pretty much directly from center field, left field. So with a right-handed hitter up, it's going to be hard to hit the ball out. Wickham takes a inside pitch for ball 1. So the Grizzlies in a little bit of a hot jam here with the bases loaded and only 1 out. And Wickham lines a really hard ball, and that's going to go all the way to the fence in left field. That will score at least 1, looking to turn it to 2, and it will score 2. So Wickham with a beautiful double with the bases loaded. And just what the doctor ordered, and that brings in Parker White and Cooper Angley for the second and third runs of this inning. Schladel goes all the way to third, Wickham with a double. And the Dolphins are on the board early with a crooked number 3 already here in the bottom half of the first inning.